Hello friends and welcome to Tinker, Tailor, Solder, Fry, the Let's Try program here on the mighty Loading Ready Run Video Entertainment Network. My name is Ian Horner and I will be your navigator through today's proceedings. But as always, we've got a special treat for you today. We've got James over in the Crystal Gondola on the zeros and ones.
I'm a special treat?
Yeah!
Oh boy.
We save you for special occasions and only dole you out in small bits.
That's the way I like it.
But speaking of special occasions and small bits, there is a way that you can help Loading Ready Run out with your small bits, and that's over at patreon.com/Loading Ready Run. We are vastly happy that you are a contributing member. And if you aren't, hey, give it a try. Head on over to patreon.com/Loading Ready Run, enter in your credit card information and various other pieces of info, and you too can help us out on a monthly basis. Patreon.com/Loading Ready Run. Say it thrice and it's almost like praying. Of course, there are many other ways you can support us over at twitch.tv/Loading Ready Run, youtube.com/Loading Ready Run, and of course, store.loadingreadyrun.com, which is still back on the internets. Well, we're back in the saddle here after a long desert bus, a long time off from the long game, and finally time to actually get started with the Esp32 camera painting handle project. For those who are not aware of what happened last time, I had the idea, as I am wont to do, I like to paint some miniatures sometimes, and I got this handy dandy little painting handle here, and it lets you spin around the handle, keeping it all in one place and allowing you to just dab with your paint as you need be. But you can see a problem here, that if I'm going to be streaming this, I need to make sure that and you want to see what I'm painting, I need to have the camera in a very specific location, which may or may not be good for my body. In fact, if we get even closer, it's even harder to make sure that you have the thing in the right position and in a position that's nice for the way you want to paint. So I thought, hey, let's take something that we can attach to the handle itself and then crane around and be in a fixed position away from the model so that it's always in focus, it's always well lit, and you can move it around wherever you want to where it's comfortable for painting for you, which for me sometimes is right up here. So, we had the idea. Last time we tried this out, we had some equipment too. I had purchased from not sponsor, Universal Solder, which is still one of my favorite places to say, an Esp32, which is a microcontroller that has all sorts of things you can do with it. You can host a website on it, which is kind of weird for a kid from the mid-90s who remembers when websites used to be hosted in giant mainframe computers. This has more than enough to do your blog or your... In fact, I'm pretty sure you can cram Minecraft servers onto these days.
You have my attention.
They are impressive little devices, and one of the things you can do with them is they've got a camera input on them. And I thought, hey, great. Miniature device, low powered, got a camera, and it's got Wi-Fi. So that means I can just shunt the Wi-Fi directly from the handle to my computer, to my streaming setup. So there's not even any wires to get in the way, just maybe a larger battery. But the problem with the ones that I bought was that we were all of us deceived. The company that put these particular ones together, W Rover, this batch had a small power converter installed in reverse. And we did our best to try to desolder that power converter, invert the polarity. Wow, it's a fun thing to say as a big fan of Star Trek. And that did not work. Our micro soldering skills were not up to the task, nor were our tools, nor was the environment whence we were doing it. So through the magic of buying a new one and then buying another new one, I now have another one that we can try with, and another one in case something goes wrong with this one. So we're going to pick up from where we left off last time in this project and try and flash this new Esp32 with the software necessary to get some camera connection. And if that works out, then we can start breaking out the cardboard and the knives and start maybe prototyping some holding areas, some arms that we can put on here and figure out how we're going to make that work in a good way. So, to start with, we got to open up the the little baggies, and that's something that requires a knife. So let's just get in there. Let's put away our blade too so we don't accidentally cut ourselves. These are some new guys from Esp32 Cam. These are specifically the Cam editions. They still contain all your fun stuff, your Wi-Fi and whatnot, but this version has its own little hat here, which you use for the programming itself. It's got the accursed micro USB port. But the nice thing is once we're done flashing it, we can remove the bottom port, and then we've got a smaller footprint to work with. It's also got an SD card slot in it, so I guess you could technically, instead of streaming it, just send that information directly to the card and slurp it off in the future. So this looks like it's a button on that side, and that's a reset button on that side. That's good. Esp32 Cam MB and Esp32S, and the cam on top. All right, let's connect this thing up to the laptop and see if we can't get it to be recognized. This appeared to work last time, so I'm hoping it does again. Let's make sure everything's right side up. USB-C is usually a direction agnostic connector, but that's not always the case. So we're going to make things easy on ourselves and do it thusly. Okay, so it's getting power. That's nice. We have got a little red power light there. And then let's go over and see. Ooh, okay. Something has already popped up on our Arduino software. So let's plug into that. And let's see here. Esp32. That's not helping. Oh. Esp32. I think our Esp32 Cam. That, I think, is what we have. So let's use that. Okay. Oh, and our baud rate is incorrect. That seems like it needs to be. Yeah, we're going to play around with our baud rate until we find out how fast this thing is responding to us. We're getting closer, it looks like.
Oh, I didn't know you were hacking the Gibson. That's cool.
It's a cool little system, but it doesn't always report the way you want it to. Man, these are some unreadable pieces of information, aren't they? So let's make sure that we've got the right one here. Let's just do a quick check here in our board manager. Arduino AVR boards, okay. So it's not an Arduino, it's an ESP32. WR rover, nope. Esp32 Cam LCD, nope. There are so many. Let's. Okay, so I thought it was a ESP Thinker Esp32 Cam. It may not be though. What does my invoice say? ESP32 Cam with the ESP32 Cam MB programmer. So that shouldn't be the issue. Namino. Good Lord, there's a lot of these. Okay, let's try this again and, nope, that's not it. Let's go to the board manager. Let's see if we can't do some searching here. ESP32. Well, not helpful. I guess we'll have to actually, yeah, select it. I just don't want to have to select it from the menu, is all. But yeah, that's the one. And then 32. Oh, I would have put cam. We just put cam in there. Okay, so I think it's the... Let's go with the AI thinker. So 2400 is not the correct baud. 300 is not the correct baud. Let's start at the bottom and work our way up. Because what we need is we need to be able to see down here in this little section that that our communication is actually happening at the correct rate. Indexing. What are you indexing? Oh, Draconite Dev says the baud is 115200, if we recall. Ah, there we go. It goes even higher. That was my problem. Hey, there we go.
Ooh, hey, English.
Yep. So Wi-Fi firmware connected. Everything looks good. So I guess let's, I mean, just in anticipation of it working immediately, let's plug in our camera module and make sure that's ready to go. I think it goes, let's get in the super zoom there. It looks like, if I am correct, the pins are on the top. So I want to insert the ribbon cable thusly. Yep, get it in there. And good, okay, that's in there. We'll keep the lens cap on for the moment. And so it's set to,
What's the resolution of that camera?
probably 640 by 480, but it might be a lot higher. Cameras have gotten pretty good over the past few years. I wouldn't be surprised if this were at least 2 megapixels or so. But I just want to make sure, okay, we've configured our Wi-Fi correctly. We just need to make sure that we've got the, oh, of course, and serial is already noted as being 115200. Oh, this will be a fun bit here. Do we have a... We do not have, I think, a host name. Yep, okay. So this will be fun. Once we get this up and running, if it doesn't tell us what the IP address is that it gets, then we will need to find that out from the network tables. Anyway, let's flash and see if this works. So upload, compile that sketch. Light rain. Boy, this takes an awful long time to compile. Oh, Draconite says I'm a mod for ESP IRC communities, or was, been too busy to work or spend time there for a while. Well, happy to have you here in the chat. These things get weird sometimes.
It scans so much that this tiny device would have an IRC community.
I mean, you can use these for so many different things. They're really popular, actually, for small wildlife cams. In fact, that was the first reason I bought one of these, was to set up something that I could just put directly...
Sure. That's cool.
Yeah, directly behind the, what do you call it? A hummingbird feeder.
Ooh.
So, you know, when the hummingbird comes up, you've got a stream cam there. Ooh, and it looks like we're good. And we have a...
Oh my god, they know our IP.
Well, they know what our IP range is, and they could hack this, but let's see if this works. Yes, Ina, I would like you to go ahead with that. Loading media. Okay, the URL is invalid for that, so we'll just need to, 1 second here. I'm going to just make things a little bit...
Do yell at me if I should get off of this
oh, yeah. Actually,
screen?
no. We're good.
Okay.
We'll just use Firefox instead. And pastel. Okay, we're transferring data. What do we get? What do we get? Nothing yet.
Is the hope here that you'll actually get video?
Yeah, we should be getting video directly over the connection, and we have a connection. We just don't have data yet. But yeah, this is.
Ooh.
This is a.
Oh, that was you.
Yeah, this is me activating the inspector.
Yeah.
Okay, so it might be that the camera is backwards. Let's go back and check the Arduino here. Camera probe failed with error, not found. That tells me, I should have read that, that tells me that yes, I have installed the camera backwards, or there's something wrong with the camera. So let's just unplug that, flip up the...
Go back to the close here.
Yeah, well, use my little spudger, because I can't exactly get my fingernail under there. There we go. And let's try again, but this time with the camera in reverse. I've also brought along some other cameras and cables I've collected over time, just to see if we can get those to work as well for more information. All right, good. Let's plug it back in.
Oop.
Coming back online. Camera probe failed. ESP error not found. Now that's interesting. Why would that not be found? Is the camera actually... All right, well, let's try a different camera then, just in case. This is why we buy two. This sort of thing can happen a lot more often than you think. Ah, Dragonite says that was backwards that time. Well.
Backwards the first time, or
backwards the second time? The stream delay makes real-time troubleshooting a little bit hard to tell sometimes. But I mean, let's try it the opposite direction first this time, and then we'll flip it the next time if this still doesn't work. And then we might just need to do a bit more reading up. Camera probe failed. Okay, let's just throw that, let's do the development thing and throw that directly into DuckDuckGo and see where it takes us.
I did that over here, and I'm looking at a Reddit thread. This top comment here is this culprit is always low energy. If you have it hooked to your PC, trying this. Your first step should be to power it with a separate power supply and see if that improves anything.
That's a good start. Well, in that case, I'm going to need some form of a... Oh, wait, I have... Yes, I do have one here. Fantastic. My great switch over to USB-C is starting today, but is not quite ready. This is unfortunate because this means that we don't get to see the serial connection, but we can just wait. Let's give it a second to come back on. Stable power supply. Don't use a breadboard. If you are lucky, you get a picture. Many of the boards do not work and just fail with 0x15105. This is great. This is the sort of research is absolutely helping us out here. Okay, connecting, but not connected.
Backup cam should be flat against the metal bit.
Backup
Says
cam.
Dragonite.
Okay, that's the way we've got it installed.
Okay.
You know what, let's turn down the power a bit. 2.4 amps max, that should get us what we want. And then just for fun, let's hit the reset button. Oh, okay, I saw a quick flash on the actual module itself. Oh. Transferring data.
Oh no.
All right, well, you know what? Just for fun. Wah, goodbye. Let's throw open a terminal and just see what curl gives us. That'll tell us if we're actually connecting or getting anything there. And it appears to be maybe not. In fact, hold on, let's see if we can even ping this sucker. Oop. 2.168.42.105. Okay, so it's not even on the web. Let's plug it back into the computer and see what the serial port is saying. Okay, and back to here, and...
They're saying you typoed 16.
Oh, did I?
You said 169 instead of 168.
Sure did.
Yeah.
You know, let's just do it with the keyboard. Whoop. 5, and cut that. And ping, and just delete those two. Okay, so it is up. Stop this refresh. Just because I'm always curious as to whether or not it's a browser issue, because sometimes it just is. And the Arduino software is saying...
I genuinely had no idea that Edge existed on macOS.
Oh yeah, it's a Chromium browser.
Yeah, I suppose that's true.
Okay, that looks like that's not great. Ribbon cable is on these suck and it's hard to seat properly.
That is what I am also seeing on the internet here. That sometimes the ribbon cables are just bad.
Ribbon cable could be bad. Seating could be bad.
Yeah.
Also, well, you know, that's why we have two of them. Let's keep on trying. Eventually, we'll get something seated. I'm going to use one of the older cameras, which is the same model of camera, just a different one. This is from our old, badly power adapted version. Okay, let's pop open the thing. Okay, so that camera is maybe a no. We'll just leave it over there for the moment. Okay, make sure it's inserted into the slot again. Put her down and go ahead. Camera probe not connected. Okay, that's all right. Let's try it again with the better power, just in case. And we'll do a lot of trying different ones. Then we've got a second one we can try here and run all the cameras on it as well. Let's see here. So we should go back to terminal, make sure that it's... This is interesting. That it doesn't appear to want to boot. Oh no, there we go. So we're good on power there. We're getting pings. Getting a lot of variability too in the response, which is
getting a lot of drops here.
Yeah, upsetting. I think it may need some an antenna. I noticed an antenna cable on the back here. But if I wave it around a bit. Fun fact, for those who are watching at home and are watching me stream video from the computer to OBS to your stream, that's currently taking 17.8 megabytes per second, which is much lower than the rate of data we're going to get out of this ESP cam. All right, I'm going to call that one not connecting, and what does it do here? I'll give this a reset, have a look at the camera probe failed. Okay, so these two cameras, or these three cameras, not working currently with this particular module. That's okay. We have another module to try. Ooh, that one does not have the right kind of ribbon connector for it, or does it? It absolutely does not. These pins are way too wide and they are for a Raspberry Pi. But do any of these ones, these little ribbons, have a oh, these are just the ribbons. Well, these are of no help to me whatsoever. Although these do look like ribbons that could be used as an extender for a Raspberry Pi to a 160 FPC, which I think is for adapting these types of cameras to a Raspberry Pi. So these will not be helpful to me.
I suppose for the uninformed, myself included,
yeah.
What is the difference between what you're working with and a Raspberry Pi?
They're very similar, actually. Okay. Raspberry Pi is just a little bit beefier of a system,
sure.
But they're both small computers, essentially.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. The biggest difference is with the Pi, you get a full desktop environment. Mm-hmm. There it is. All right. Well, brand new board. You know what? Let's plug the camera in while we're flashing it, just in case that matters. I don't think it does, but all sorts of voodoo is all over the internet. I'm still not convinced that that's the right direction on this one, but you know what? We've got an admin here. I mean, we can always try it the other way around too later, once we've cycled through this one, but I do want to make sure it's plugged in, seated reasonably well. It's not going any deeper into the channel. Let's plug it in. And go ahead and do the flash again. That's a very good point there, Terrible Plan. ESPs are a microcontroller-based system, so they're not as robust as a Raspberry Pi, which will run a Linux OS.
Yeah, like you could get a kind of Raspberry Pi where you could plug it into a monitor, and I mean, there's the keyboard that is literally inside of it is the Raspberry Pi.
Exactly.
And it's a desktop computer.
Yeah.
Like, it will do everything you need it to do if all you do is browse the web and reply to emails and all that stuff,
I mean,
right? So
the best set-top box that you can buy is still a Raspberry Pi 5 that you flash with NB OS.
right.
And it'll do everything you want. You can stream your games from your PC right to it.
Camera probe failed.
Yep. Woo. So that's one down. Well, if we can't get this to connect, we'll still move ahead with some of the prototyping. Camera probe failed. Yep. Okay, that's 2. Flip it open. Number 3. We still have one more camera, I think, but did I not bring the extra bad one? I may not have. And by bad one, I mean bad ESP. So almost instantly, it fires with that camera not found. Oh, you know what else I'm finding here is that the reset button doesn't always reset it. Although I think that just may be due to the firmware I've got in there. Ah, yes, because there's another reset button on the back of the actual device itself, which also doesn't do anything at this point. Perfect, perfect. No notes. One more time. Yeah. Now, is this the right kind of camera that I've got here? OV2640. So that is the right camera. That's in the code. But like we said, it's they're fiddly little bits that don't always work. If the camera didn't come with the board, all bets are off. Well, thankfully, the 2 of them came with the board, but can't say anything about the quality control on these boys.
I did find a 2.5-minute video on YouTube.
Oh.
ESP cam not connecting, fix camera, init fail, error. Getting frustrated with it's the same area you have. I'm looking right now, and it's like, first you're like shorting something, and then I don't know. I mean, I'll put the video in Slack, and
Yeah.
you
Throw it to me and I'll have a look and see if it works.
Yeah,
or if it's something we can even try out.
yeah. This is gonna come from Paul. I hope Paul doesn't mind. Sorry, Paul.
That's all right. I'm just gonna, maybe pull away from here for a moment.
Oh God. Oh God.
Ooh, there we go.
Hit the wrong button.
Have a look. Okay, thanks, Paul. I choose to fix it. Oh, God.
Oh, excellent music.
Well, yes, I am having trouble. Uh-huh. First, short the ground and GPIO pins. All right. Yep, that's great. Thank you. Uh-huh. ESP32 by Esp32, you say? Go to Tools.
Does this appear to be at all helpful?
In most cases, AI Thinker can work.
That is the thing you selected, right?
Yes, yes. Partition scheme as huge app. I don't know how. I don't know how useful that's going to be, but you know what? Sure. Tools partition scheme.
All right, am I safe to go back?
Oh no, we're already on huge. Let's give me a few more seconds here.
All right.
Three megabytes, no OTA. 1 megabyte. Yep. Yep. Okay, if you're still getting the error, it may be by chance that your camera or connector is broken. Try with a different camera module.
We have 3.
Or using older version of USB? I don't know how that's supposed to help me, but okay. Oh, or we could use a newer version. You know, let's use a newer version of the processor. But it looks like that's more of a reset issue, not able to flash, than it is a thing. Have you tried swapping hats? I don't know if the hat actually would cause an issue with that, because it seems to be just there for programming purposes. Like just getting that, getting an micro USB slot into the thing. Could I share the code that we were trying to flash with? Absolutely. Let me just bring that up here. 1 second. Documents, Arduino. No, wait, this is in home temp. Yes. It is, for those curious, ESP _cam _mjpeg.
Can I show that?
Yeah, yeah. Should be safe there for you. But all right, let's head back into the Arduino, which I believe has now been updated. So let's reflash, just to see if that does anything at all. I'm gonna plug one of these cameras back into this other guy here. Oop. And plug in. SDK matters. 4 of 6 was faulty. This is good to know. This is all very good to know. Let's see, upload. Is there anything in here that says that we need to use a specific version? ESP Extreme Server servicing a single client. Well, that's, we don't need to worry about that. And then there's another one with the latest camera drivers. So that might be something too. Cat Straddler, line 20. Correct camera. Oh, we've got, that may be an issue. We should try the AI Thinker next, if this doesn't come up. Still uploading, just about there. Close those up. Ooh. And hard setting via the RTS pin. Give me a serial monitor. Detected camera not supported. So that's an interesting.
That's also a different error.
Yes.
0x105 was what you were getting before.
Yep. So that gives us some stuff. So the OV64 camera, that is the one that we want. That's working correct. But Wi-Fi credentials. Let's try the ESP Thinker, just in case that gives us something better. Go. Whoa, whoa. There we go. Don't want to hold on to this too much. Okay. I don't know why it needs, well, I mean, that's just the way Arduino works, but you gotta compile every time. Did I actually send it this time? I don't think I did. I think I just compiled. Yeah, upload. Boo. Also a big boo to Qualcomm for really closing down the Arduino system. They've released a new terms of service that forbids people from reverse engineering the systems and even, and this is quote from the terms of service, even trying to understand how the system works, which is absolutely the antithesis of what the sort of hacker culture around Arduinos is all about. So we'll probably see something community made. I know that the Adafruit is on top of this whole thing and very interested. Hello, look what that, we have nothing in the way of errors. Wi-Fi is connected. I think we may be onto something, folks. Let's give this a try. Grab it. Slap it. And
yo,
hello.
Let's go.
So that's okay.
That's a potato camera.
Sure is not the best quality, but that's actually fairly quick in terms of response rate. Like,
I mean, that is, I mean, yeah.
I'm honestly quite surprised. So we can fix we can work on that in terms of what's being streamed, how big it is, etc. Not that I'm.
So you can turn it into a 4K camera. Got it.
Yep, exactly.
Just
Yeah,
type in
100%.
4K somewhere. Yeah.
And of course, we're using Motion JPEG as the streaming. Oh yeah, frame size QVGA. Well, I mean, let's, you know what? Let's uncomment, or let's comment out QVGA and uncomment UXVGA and just see what that does for us. Upload new. Should have a web config interface. I don't know if this particular code base has a, oh, Lord. Go away. Home temp, there we go. Yeah, this particular one, given it's a third party, at least might not have the control panel. But that's okay. That's something we can add back in because we got what we came for, and that's video. So let's hope. Okay, we're back up. What do we have? Oh.
Ooh.
Okay. So that is much larger.
But much.
Yeah, much slower in terms of the latency. First thing I'm going to do here
frames.
is going to pull off the lens cap and just see if that gives us a clearer picture.
That is definitely a significantly clearer picture.
Yeah. And then let's assume that you're... So right now it needs to be pretty far
Pretty
back.
far back, yeah.
But there is also something that I know about these particular lens caps. We're going to unplug this for a second. Let's go back to... In fact, let's go super zoomed here. Where am I going to... Yes, tools. Where are you, clampy boy? All right, so we're going to take the camera off right now. I know this is a... Seems like insanity to do that at this point now that we've got it working, but I understand that a lot of these camera modules, specifically this module, have a focus ring, but the focus ring is set at the factory and then glued down with just the smallest amount of super glue. And all it takes to crack it is just giving it a short, very small, very sharp shock. And so that's what we're going to do here. I'm going to put it down there.
You want to bring it back just a little bit
yeah.
closer to you?
Yeah, once I've got the tools out, I'll get that in the proper position. Okay. So about there-ish.
Yeah, right there.
Okay, and then hold it tightly. Grip it. I heard it.
Mm-hmm.
It needs a bit more, I think. Okay, it's moving. It's not smooth, but at least it can move. And now I think we can reinstall and give that a try.
One moment. Let's just go ahead and start a prediction to see if you broke the camera or not.
Oh, good, yeah. I like these. It's not on fire, so that's something.
All right, hold on 1 second.
Yeah.
Ian, just break the camera. Yes, no. All right, chat.
Do your thing.
You got 30 seconds.
I was about to pull out a measurement device, honestly, to get down here and figure out exactly how far we need to be for the focus to be correct, and then realized, well, wait, there's no markings on this, so we have to do this by eye anyway.
What's like the best camera that you can get that would work in this setup?
In this setup?
Like, is that the best camera you can get, or could you get a significantly better camera?
I think, honestly, I haven't actually looked into it. I think the biggest hurdle is going to be what the ESP can process. But you know what kind of cameras are there available? Esp32 cameras. Right, that's not going to help me at all. Camera.
So 6 people say you did,
4K?
19 say you didn't.
That's good. You know what? I'm going to call that a good on my books. I'm glad they have faith in me. Let's see.
All right, let's go back to here.
Back to the Arduino. It looks good. Back to the Firefox. Let's reset.
Hold.
Yeah. Oh, okay. The IP address changed again, so that's the problem.
Okay.
Ah!
What's up?
Camera failed to load. With not found again.
I don't know at what point we call the outcome here.
The next time we get it working, we just stop fiddling with the camera for now. Yeah, camera not found.
Do you want to try another camera?
Sure, yep.
All right, I'm calling it. If he plugs in another camera and it does work, it means he broke the other one.
I think, yeah, that's a safe assumption. Okay. Is this the right camera again? 040 V2. Yep, okay. So it is. Plug it in. Probe failed with error. Okay. So it literally is just a placement thing. I think what I did last time is I pulled it just slightly back. Now that seems off angle, off axis, so let's try again. Okay, that seems good. Error not found. Okay. I'm just going to re-upload, just to see if that fixes things, for no reason.
Is this the camera that you cranked?
This is the camera I cracked.
Okay.
Okay. Connecting, flashing. Just looking to see if there's anything else I can adjust in terms of the server. Ooh, HDR, Len.
Ooh. Oh,
Okay, so we're back.
I think we're back.
Okay, so we never take this out.
Assuming this works.
Yes.
Is that the right IP?
Good point. Probably not. Nope,
Oh.
it was.
And it works?
It works.
Okay, can you adjust the focus?
Okay, let's see here. So let's get about that there.
It's very hard to tell if it's actually...
Yeah. If it's actually doing anything, because I've got to hold it because I don't want to bend the cable.
Yeah.
Okay. It's also extremely tight. Okay. Hold it carefully. Gently, like the baby. That?
That does look like it's more in focus.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell. God, it really needs more frames, though. The frame rate is not worse. It's the same as it was before. It was way better when it was smaller.
Yeah. It's
But-
pumping less data.
But the resolution was terrible. Okay.
Okay, I think we're getting the right direction here.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and say that Ian did not break the camera there. So congratulations.
Okay, that's step one.
There you go.
Okay, I think it wants to be bent in the counterclock or rotated counterclockwise, or sorry, clockwise. I always get that. Yep. Okay, that seems right.
Just going to go show you guys this.
I think what I need is a camera focus chart, or one of those eye charts. Okay. Let's see. You know what? That's how we use rulers here. Okay, so that's not great. Let's unscrew it a bit more. Hopefully that's doing what I want it to do. Give it another quarter turn. This thing is starting to heat up too.
Oh boy. That looks worse. Oh, it went away.
Yep. Hey, fun fact, when you use a metal ruler You might bridge some resistors. Let's try that again. And 173 is our friend.
So hear me out. Why don't we just attach a GoPro to your handle?
So the idea is that we want something that's going to be a little bit more, a little bit lighter than a GoPro, and something that can also be adjusted focally or get that close focally. I'm not sure what the what the macro situation is like on GoPros these days.
I think it can be pretty good actually,
Oh, okay.
but it would be pretty big.
Okay, good. 73 motion JPEG. Yeah, the antenna being such a non-extant thing on this too is probably not making the QVGA any easier. So I'm actually going to throw that back down to smaller size while we play with the focus here. There we go. Or maybe not. Maybe we'll just leave it as is. Can I turn this with my fingers yet? No. Can I just... It might be such that it's just impossible.
I think you've taken it more out of focus.
I think so. I'm just wondering where the distance is now. Yeah, that's... There's definitely a range, and I have definitely exceeded it. So let's see, let's bring it back. Bring it back even more. Okay. Now we're getting back to a farther focus.
Yeah.
It's also getting a little bit easier to turn now, too. Okay. Is it more infinite or is it more closer? Oh.
Oh, it looks more closer.
Oh, heck, so I just was in the wrong direction. Oh.
It's not bad.
Okay, so how about right there? Bit too much.
Oh, okay. That's not bad.
Okay, so that's kind of where we want it. About there. It's hard to adjust focus when it's not being held still, and B,
Could you like put it in a vise?
I was just thinking that. So that we can at least get a distance. I think I need an electronics vise.
What is wrong with this vise? Perfectly reasonable vise.
Oh yeah, perfectly reasonable sized for all our activities here. Oh. Man, that picture of my finger is actually looking amazingly sharp, but we have now lost...
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it can get real close if you don't hold down the reset button while you're slamming it into a vise.
All right, everybody grab Ian's fingerprint while you can.
Yep. Thank you, Apple, for switching over to face identification. No one can steal that.
Would it work to put something, because there are grooves in that vise, right?
Yeah.
Would it work to maybe put something smooth?
We found a good position here, I think.
All right.
I do need to reset it because, again, as I said, holding down the reset button. Prototyping, am I right? Actually, I can just unplug from here this time instead. There we go. 173, so we are still there. Actually, one thing I'm curious about here, Ina. Can you read that? Nope, Ina cannot read that. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Do we have any of that blue tack on the stage still?
I think if... Oh, 1 second. I think I know where it is.
Thank you.
Oh my god, it's so much cooler in here.
It's still pretty warm in here. Thank you. Just need to stick the back of this camera to the piece of metal behind it so that it can A, stay up, and then B, I can adjust the focus that way. There we go. Okay, so now we just need to hold that guy up just a bit. That'll do. Ooh, and it even sticks nicely. So that's pretty close. That's probably too close for us to be able to, you probably won't be able to see the full mini when we're doing that. So we should actually probably make sure that I'm seeing the full screen. And then just because we will eventually be adding some LED lights to this whole rig. Let's give it some more light there. Oh, is that too much light? Hold up. Yeah, that's blowing it out. That's blowing it out even more. That's, aha. Directly behind. So yeah, bloody sharp at that distance. How far back do we have to be to get the full effect? Farther back, higher up. Ow. Don't shine your flashlight in your eyes, kids. Okay, that seems closer. Let's go with that as a reference point. Okay, let's do some very small twisting. Oop. Nope. Oop. All right, you know what? Let's do something useful here rather than just pushing that around. So, how far away does it have to be for us to see the full mini? If it's about yay high, we want to go back a bit, maybe even back a bit. And that's probably...
Like, that looks pretty good.
Yeah. I think there's going to be our happy spot. Let's bring that directly in line with the camera. And what's our measurement? From mid to midpoint, I'm looking at about 8.5 centimeters. Let's take a recording. my pen. 8.5 centimeters, and that gives us about about 2/3 height of the Mini. So let's just do a little bit more. Let's make sure we can get that focus.
Are there any other settings that you can play with the camera?
Not with this particular firmware.
Okay.
I could check another firmware, but I like that we've managed to actually get past the software stage here. Ooh, that looks like it was almost sharp.
I think you're going the wrong way now.
Yeah. Just...
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm going to call that decent to start with. There, oh, there we go.
That's pretty good.
As close as I can, and then that's just, yeah, adjustment-wise. So there we go. That's proof of concept. So that you can just keep it always that direction, and then just use your turntable to do the rotations. And my thought process is that you'll have it not directly in front of you, because you can't paint directly through a camera. But if it's offset by just a little bit, like say if we're to come from this paint from this angle, you'd still be able to get the, well, here. You'd still be able to get the detail of going in with a brush and doing certain things. So we probably want to be pretty close to an angle here, about there, almost directly in front of you. But we also probably want to have some form of a lighting arc to give this a bit more flood than it's got currently. See, there we go. Once we get some more light on it, it really even... We'd probably want it more diffuse than a flashlight, but you can really get in there and see that. Okay, so we know, let's double check there once again, our measurements. Look like they are, from the camera's edge, 8.5. Yep, seems to be about where we want to the center. So that means we can actually start putting something together and maybe do a prototype. But that sounds like a good thing for us to do after a short break. So we're going to get up, swap our fluid stretcher legs, and we'll be back with the arts and crafts portion of Tinker Tailor Solder Fry in just a few minutes. Don't go all the way away. Welcome back to Tinker Tailor Solder Fry, where we are putting together a wireless mini painting handle cam, for lack of a better word. If we're going to market this, we probably need to come up with a better name for it. But we've managed to get working video from our ESP cam, and we've managed to prove that they can be focused as well, which is super handy. At the very least, and if this doesn't work out, I've got my Hummingbird cam set up. So that is fantastic. Let's put these, let's do a little bit of cleanup here just before I lose anything else. But I am now going to start working on a handle. And for that, we need, I brought cardboard from home simply because I can never rely on there being cardboard here at the moon base. It's one of the things we're way too good at cleaning up. I think someone has an inbox zero strategy on staff, which is to say if they have any boxes that they see inside the moon base, there need to be 0 of them. I'm hilarious. Let's put this cabling away back with the Raspberry Pi cams. For those curious, the Raspberry Pi cams were used back during Desert Bus 2020 when I had to make sure that there was camera footage of every time that the remote button was pressed. So we used a Raspberry Pi to receive the data, used the solenoid to chunk a finger down directly into a button, and made sure that a Raspberry Pi camera was pointed at everything just to make sure it all got recorded for the future. I'm just going to drop those in there and then very closely seal the end. And that, let's see, let's put all the cameras together. And if they're all in the bag, they won't fall out. Great. So some people were asking, why do the focus now? Why not build first and then focus later? Because the main reason was that I was unsure as to what sort of width of lens that we were playing with here, what the how much area we have on the screen, and it turns out less than I thought. And though we can get closer with the focus, we do kind of want to be able to see the whole Mini. Because we're going to want to be painting the whole Mini, and you can use the computer to zoom in and do some crops if you want to get closer. But yeah, needs to be at least 8.5 centimeters away in order to see the whole thing. So what I'm thinking of here is a handle. And we can probably go to the top down for this bit. Let's take this guy off for the second here. But what I'm kind of imagining here is something, if we want to do this as its own handle, we can probably, honestly, there's a lot of space inside one of these. We could even make this a little bit bigger. This is a Redgrass gaming handle provided to me by a fan. Thank you once again, Hollow Wise Wolf, for that care package. But it's got a magnetic base. And my first thought was maybe we use the magnetic base as an add-on, so that we just have something that's magnetic, clamps to the bottom, and kind of curves up in the correct way. I don't want to bend my ruler to show you that, but curves up and into a position where it's the correct distance from there. The other reason too that would work is that curved base could provide some space for LEDs to provide that a consistent lighting, because that's another problem that you have when you're generally mini painting for stream, is that your light is not necessarily in the right position for the people on stream to see things, but it's right where you want it to be for your own eyes to take things in. So having a separate lighting source that's there for the capture is important. And yeah, as M.W. Gniz says, lots of room in the handle for lithium ion too, which is important when you're streaming things directly. We could make a corded version, but I kind of like the freedom of having it completely cordless. So we're going to try for that. But yeah, if it's magnetic and it attaches to the bottom, problems with that are that it could end up being knocked off. It could be too heavy and could just sag off and fall. So what I think I'm going to do here, again, just for prototyping stages, just to get something working, is I think I'm going to work on something that's going to maybe attach to the bottom and the top here that you can then get your fingers through, and then just rock out, but also then provides some support from the top up. So I guess let's start by cutting some strips that are more than 8.5 centimeters long.
Ian, are you done with your laptop?
Sorry? I am, in fact, done with my laptop, so we can probably just, close that up and, well, stick it to the side.
Hell yeah, I didn't want to accidentally dox you.
I appreciate that, James. Also, hope that you don't want to dox me intentionally, but I mean, that's a separate discussion to be had.
Depends how many bits we can get.
Oh, okay. Well,
or gifted subs. I hear they're 35% off right now.
Are they now? Well,
5 or more gifted subs, 35% off. If we get enough, I dox Ian.
Again, you heard it here first. All right. So if 8.5 is at the center, then we probably want to cut our strips 10 centimeters in length. So let's just make a mark there on the edge here. And then going over here and do the same thing. And then let's cut that along that line right there. Ulfa. Anything past the fold doesn't matter. Also, if you like growing mushrooms, I can highly recommend these kits. Haven't managed to get more than one harvest out of them myself, but it seems like it is a possible thing. And if you like fresh mushrooms, they are great.
I would like to just point out that we have received 500 bits and 10 gifted subs already.
Okay, so we can bring the cash. Or at least not doxing me can bring the cash. What is on the back here?
I figure if we get enough subs that everybody in the crew can get $500,000 each, I can dox you.
You know what? If I can get $500,000, I can certainly pay for credit monitoring services.
All right, cool.
I will also not be living where I'm currently living.
Well, yeah, you will move.
Yeah, to an island. And if we had $500,000 each, I'm pretty sure we could buy a pretty nice island in the Gulf. Okay, that's one. And let's get another one of these here just in case. Well, actually, not even just in case we want it there. For stability.
Some people are pointing out that we already live on islands. How about this truth bomb? We all live on islands.
Whoa.
Some are just way bigger than others. Every landmass is surrounded by water. You're all living on islands. You might call them continents. Those are just really big islands.
You're not wrong, James. Rock fact. All right, that seems like a good start there. So that pops off like that. And then I'm just going to mark on here 8.5. 8.5 and cross that off. This is 3, so 1.5 centimeters is our mark for the centering. Draw those off. And that's where I'll punch my hole. Where is a punch-like object? Oh, good. The back of a screwdriver is a perfect object for punching holes. Hey kids, if you need to hang something in drywall and you don't have a drill bit, just use your Phillips head. No one can stop you. All right. Phillips head goes through. That provides a fairly decent hole. And then we'll just thread that through the thing there. And that's a start to a handle. Okay, you can put that up top there. So now we just need to find a way of getting it such that that will connect. And I think I know exactly how I want to do that. Get that off there. And let's start doing some cutting. I think I should have made one of these a lot longer than I did actually, but you know what, this is, again, just to see if we can proof of concept this. Next step, once we've got the cardboard figured out, we'll actually be moving into some computer-aided design, or at least some sketches first, and then some computer-aided design. But we're gonna do the whole hog. But okay, let's set these up such that we can make a notch at 0.5 centimeters and 2 centimeters. And again here, on that side, 2. And let's go in that way. So these are, again, 1.5 or 3 centimeters wide. Knock it off there. And draw a center line. And then we're going to kind of cut all the way to the center line on both sides here.
I realized I never asked. You guys don't listen to music during this, do you?
We generally don't, weirdly enough.
Okay. Just curious.
That's fair. Do you listen to music during your punch chunks?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah, that's like half the show is listening to full albums.
Maybe we're the ones doing it wrong here.
I mean, I can hit play on the nifty music and turn it down if you want some background music.
Well, chat, what do you think? Do we need some music for this?
Let's try it out.
Yeah, why not?
I'll hit play and we'll see how it goes. Again, it's going to be pretty low, so.
Okay, I think I want these a centimeter from the bottom. Yeah. Oops, I want my... Learning so much about how to use this ruler, too. Tiny T-square. Who would have thought it would be that useful? Oh, and I just figured out another great use for it. Because it's like a drywall square, so you can just knock your... measure out your halfway point easily. Very good. Okay, so centimeter point, centimeter point. Across, and 1.5 centimeters down the middle. This is so much more efficient. Okay, so let's cut down one of these. And down the opposite side of you. Oh, and I think I want to do that on the top too, don't I? Yes, same sort of thing. Centimeter there, centimeter here. Use T-square to cross off, and then at 1.5, do another line, at 1.5, we'll do another line there. Great. Cross, and the other side for stability on both of them. And then this should give us some sort of a tower to work with. So if I've done this correctly the way I think I have, I just need to slide this in like well, I should probably take out a small chunk on all of these. And ruin one of them completely. Great, good job, Ian. Let's just see if it works the way I'm wanting it to begin with. So these should slide in thusly. That. And then this one will slide in the other direction. And provide some sort of bracing force. And then let's just eyeball this one. Cut and cut. We're going to want to cut from this side down to the center. Straight down. Same on this one. And that should provide us with a nice little triangle bracing. Or something close to. We'll probably need some sort of support structure there as well, but that's a good start. So let's put that in there. Like that. Yeah. There we go. And then, I'm gonna just cut a bit of the corner off this here just so it feels better on my thumb. Probably not necessary just yet, but to get the idea of how this is going to work. It's a little bit, it's necessary. And I'm going to, just for funsies, blue tack the camera to the cardboard so that we can start and get an idea of that. Okay, so not bad. All right, this is starting to look honestly potentially useful. I lied, James, too. We probably will want to come back to the camera here in a second. I just want to see what this looks like. One sec here. Let's get that on the magnet so that it can hold. Laptop is happy. Let's plug it in and see how she do. I want to sport that cable just because. We are on 173. Oh, okay. So it's not quite where it needs to be in terms of verticality, but we can fix that easily. But this is already proving to be an interesting system. So again, that's closer than it needs to be. But, okay, let's try spinning the guy. That's not bad. I think honestly, if anything, it's the background that's the most disturbing right now, or disconcerting and distracting. But being able to rotate our boy in situ like that looks kind of good. Yeah, terrible plan. We could absolutely give it a static IP, and I think if we're the next time we bring this in here, we'll probably do so, just so we can have it directly on screen at all times. But as it stands, not bad. Bring us back to the wide here. Just going to unplug this again here. I'm just going to see, just as a quick test, how badly this gets in my way if I were to say, be painting with it. And the answer is not very. Not any more so than any other thing, because I think to myself, oh yeah, I want to go paint something that's over here, and I realize, no, if I'm using my tools correctly, I'm not just going to, hold on, one moment please.
You get me now. Oh. Waiting. Good. All right.
Thank you. Sorry about that, folks. I've had a package that was supposed to be delivered today, and they were 19 stops away, which is different from 3 o'clock when they were 14 stops away, and now they're just here. So that's perfect. They're perfect. Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, if I'm using my tools properly, I'm rotating the dude so that I paint him on my own level, directly, and that still allows me to get the brush in shot as I'm actually applying paint. So I think this is not a bad design. I think the fact that it's being held up by simple cardboard as well right now tells me that we won't need to do much in terms of a bracing situation. This could absolutely be printed out in PLA on a printer. You could do some metal work on a brake to make this even more easy. In fact, I think actually the next step I'm going to go with in proof of concept is use some of that metal bracing tape with the holes drilled through it. Just flatten it out for one portion and then fold it up at 90 degrees, because I've got to believe that it'll be more stable than this, especially if you can provide a little secondary gantry there. But yeah, I think that's going to absolutely do the job for us. Yeah, I can't think of actually anything I want to do more on from a prototype position here. Again, would love to get some lights in here to be able to make that work, but maybe a strip of LEDs is something to come up with next. Of course, they'll have to be 5.5 volt LEDs if we're working off of this directly, 3.3 if we want to do a version that's even lower powered. And we might want to look at getting some sort of an antenna for this. The other thing too that we can remove in terms of space-wise for the final production version is we can remove literally 90% of the depth of what's going on here, because we won't need the bottom half of the shield for programming status. It'll just be able to lie flat against whatever sort of uprig we've got. I'm wondering if we might want a bit more bracing or a bit more stiffness in this part though, because I know some people like to use their bracing on their painting handles as well. But would it get toasty enough to cause issues with PLA? Probably not, ECDMG. And honestly, for prototyping purposes, PLA would be absolutely fine. If this were ever to be taken to production, I would go with injected molded plastic rather than, or metal rather than just 3D printed PLA stuff. So with that said, I think we've got the form factor is as a proof of concept has been really solid. The fact that the camera works and is focusable is kind of solid. Do we want to see about maybe trying a different firmware to flash with that, just to see if we can get some changes to the controls and see how much we can dial in this thing right away?
Sure.
I think we should do that. Yes, let's do that, and then let's do that. So I'm just going to gently remove that and gently remove the ESP. This is now actually something useful, and this is all just recycling. Because we know about how tall it needs to be, we know the dimensions. Now it's just a matter of getting them into a parametric CAD system and making something look pretty and functional. So our good friend, let's just do a brand new ESP sketch. It's a Thinker ESP2 cam. And how did that guy...
Are you good for me to go to NDI?
Yeah,
Okay.
Let's do that. Now, if I recall, there was some... What was it? Cam was the name of it? When we were looking at our YouTube. Please to jump away. Oh, actually, I can deal with this myself right now. Here, 1 second. Hey, you only capture this one for right now. I can bring that up and have a look at that. What the heck they were doing here. Okay, so ESP32 by Esp32 is what they want. So boards manager ESP32. Oops, let's do that right here now. Where's my boards manager? Boards of Canada. Nope. Oh wow! You know what? I have just run into the main reason why I don't like the Arduino IDE. It's that it does not respect one of the best parts of Mac OS X, which is when you can go to the help menu, there's a search box where you type in words, and it'll show you if one of those words is in a menu command, it will show you in the menus where it is. It's very handy for navigating questionable UIs. Where is the board manager? Board manager. Command Shift B. ESP32 by Esp32. We already have it installed. It will take some time to install. That's okay. Tools, board. File examples. That's where it is. File examples. And then we're going to go down to ESP32. Where is it? Camera and camera web server. File examples. ESP32 camera. Camera web server. Oh, ooh. Because this one requires you to paste in the... requires us to paste in directly Wi-Fi information. I'm going to ask you, James, to not follow me here. Because that...
Yeah, just let me know when you're good to go back.
Absolutely. Yeah, if you got our IP address structure, you can't really do anything unless you're on our network. However, if you can get onto the network, please don't. Just no. All right, and then on Comet the right camera, we are using the rover. Oh, wow. Select camera module in board.h or boardconfig.h. Well, you know, let's just see what happens if we send it up. We've got something that's working right now, so we can always re-flash with the working thing. And the camera is connected to the board in such a way that the camera recognizes it. So we should just be able to throw it right up. One would hope. There's a comment in the code here for set vflip, with the comment being flip it back. Also, yeah, adjust brightness and saturation are available. Oh, the Sierra port is busy or doesn't exist. Well, that's a lie. Oh, right, because I need to select my port too. Which appears to no longer exist, question mark? Ah, there we go. Things need to be plugged in a little bit more than they already are. All right, let's go ahead. Connect. Compiling sketch. Come on, upload. Oh, this uses 20% of dynamic memory, which is more than it previously did. You didn't upload, you just compiled again. Well, I guess Robu's 2-minute tutorial wasn't complete garbage, but... Oh, here we go. We're uploading. Let me sit for good luck. Ten kilograms of filament. That's a lot, Issa the NG. Okay. All right, detected camera not supported. So we do need to change that somehow. The connection was reset. All right, this is a include, good, camera board config.h. There we go. That's where we define our camera. And we decided that this one was a W rover. Oops. Okay, compile and upload. It was unclear that I needed to go to a different file to configure the camera. but it's looking good now. We are uploading. 25% done. Honestly, this is probably one of the least fiddly to flash microcontrollers we've ever used on Tinker Tailor. Usually it takes us upwards of 30 minutes to actually get a proper flash done. Okay. Detected camera not supported. So that's interesting. Camera index. Camera is correct. And we've decided on our one that works that we are AI Thinker. That's different than what we had before. So let's use that then instead. Boop. All right. Last chance to try. Upload. Yeah, I've tried using the VS Code's Arduino plugin, and it was not much better. Okay, one more upload. 28%. Okay, hard resetting, Wi-Fi connecting. Camera looks good, and we're on 173 again, so, but no MJPEG this time. Ho ho, okay. Do you want to jump back over?
Yeah, I don't think you're sharing anything other
Oh,
than...
yeah, that's right. I made myself more secure. Let's make myself less secure. Boop.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, a lot more stuff to play with here. But let's see.
Should you be seeing a picture right now?
I think I need to push the start stream button.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so again, nice and quick. That's QVGA.
All right, let's bump that quality all the way up, baby.
Yep, so yeah, UXGA 1600 by 1200. I think that's more than 1080p. We don't need to go with that. SXGA is slightly better.
What if you just go down to the 720?
Yeah, let's see what 720 looks
HD?
like.
I mean, that's a much better frame rate.
Yeah, it's getting better.
Although I'm curious what the quality slider does.
That's what I'm about to check out here. Quality. Well, it's grainier now.
Yeah, what did that just apply? Wait, take it back down? Okay. I don't believe that quality slider works.
It might be actually a bit of a motion smoother. But again, remember, this ideally will be in a, where's my support piece? Stable configuration. So the only thing that will happen is rotation of the dude. And that's not bad. Now what happens if we crank that up?
Is that like, it feels like maybe it's applying a sharpness?
Definitely there's
effect?
a sharpness.
Like, go back down to 4? I don't really see a huge difference, to be honest.
Hold up, let me see what we're actually getting. If it's changing anything about the...
Oh.
Yeah, no, that's not going to tell me what I want to know. But there are other things that we can adjust here. Like let's just pull that to the middle.
What if you hit V flip at the bottom there?
Oh yeah. Boop.
That might. Yeah, there you go.
So there we go. Now we're in position. AE level. That's going to be our auto exposure. White balance. Oh, hey. You can specify your white balance, which is...
Ooh, that's blue.
Turn off the AW. Oh, wow. That's raw. Okay, lots of special effects, normal special effects. Their gain ceiling. I mean, ideally, again, we're dealing with something that will have a fixed light on it, so we probably don't need to worry too much about our gain. BPC. Don't know what that does. Don't know what that does. Lens correction does something. Downsize again. Can put some color bars on top of it. LED does nothing. Okay, ooh, what are our... Oh my. I do not know what these do.
Ah, the Matrix.
Something about clocks. Oop, and I have broken the... I've broken the stream on the camera. Start stream. There we go. We're back. Window. What do you do? Okay, so we can then also set our sensor resolution and then cutoffs.
That's kind of cool.
So SVGA. That's not bad. I think that's close to what we want for that. Okay, so there's a lot of things we can. Oh no, you don't want to set your X clock megahertz differently.
Can I capture this in OBS right now?
I'm unsure. I don't know that you. I mean,
like probably just via a browser source.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
that's the only way it would probably work, right?
Oh yeah, you could be doing exactly what I'm doing here, actually, if you want to connect to .42.173.
Yeah, 1 second here. Let's go ahead.
Oh, and Draconite says it supports having an LED on a GPIO, which is exactly what I want to be doing with it. Perfect. Oop. There we go. That. It's almost good. Ooh, do not want to jam the SD card slot full of blue tack. Not a good idea.
Doesn't appear to be working.
HTTP 192.168.42.173.
Oh!
Yep, there you are.
There we go.
I'm going to close mine down so you're not...
Wait, but I'm not getting the... I'm getting the...
Oh, you'll need to hit the Start Stream button. Which you'll probably have to click in... I
don't know how I would do that. No,
you may not be able to do this then.
I don't think I can do this.
But okay, I'm still really pleased with this. Let's just bring that back and have another quick look before we shut her down. Start stream. Yeah, there it is.
Cool.
Yep, there's our guy. And that's coming via Wi-Fi. I cannot unplug it from the computer because that will depower it, but but I'm happy. I think we've really made some great progress on this project, and I think it's going to be something that will be very useful for this stream and for other people in future. Cannot wait to get working on more of the physical aspects of this so far. So, yeah, I guess in that respect, you can't just. I was just thinking, can you? You couldn't do a horizontal. You can't do a rotate by 90 degrees in this, I think. Or can you? No, it's just H mirror and V mirror. Okay.
I mean, we could do that on the OBS
exactly.
end, right? Yeah.
But yeah, lots of stuff we can correct. Lots of stuff we can make user exposable. Lots of stuff that we can hide away because we don't need it. But yeah, we're making something new, folks, and it feels really good. So I want to say from myself and from James over in the booth, thanks so much everyone for watching this episode of Tinker Tailor Solder Fry. Whether you're in the chat, chatting away with us, giving us tips and helping us out, whether you are lurking and just enjoying us or putting us on the second screen to really make your family during Thanksgiving question your viewing choices, it's been an absolute pleasure having you. And of course, a big thank you to all those who choose to support us however you do, be it at youtube.com/loadingreadyrun, twitch.tv/loadingreadyrun, store.loadingreadyrun.com, or of course, patreon.com/loadingreadyrun. That's where we like to send people the most because it's recurring, it's easy, and it helps us out, helps us do all the ridiculous things we do here at the channel. So I want to say once again, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you, God, in more than a fortnight, but never in fortnight. Ever forward, learning out of spite. Good night.